What you saying about that? Answer is bright.
What made you leave CCW?
Okay. When you learn that people you trust are two-faced, in a nutshell, Billy Black starts screwing my wife. My wife is Mark Acker's stepdaughter. You know, I got the big line that, oh, we don't support what she's doing, you know, this and that. Billy Black can never be allowed in our house, and the whole spiel. And the whole time they're catering to him. I just learned how two-faced people really are. When you're out of the business, you realize how fake the business is. You know, not to say what we do in the ring's fake. Let me clarify that. But you learn how fake people are in their personalities. Because, you know, I kissed a lot of ass at CCW because I had to, because I was married in the family. That's a good thing about Jimmy. He's not married in the family. He don't have to kiss her ass. The reason I left, though, I mean, for one, it was time. I was tired. I was burnt out on the business. But the main reason is the whole Billy Black Rana situation and two-faced people, you know. And I knew as well as I was sitting here that once the crowd started coming up, they was going to start gouging the money, and you know, yeah. And let me say this: me and his opinions are two different opinions on this. I have a personal stake in it,
Right.
and I just, like I said, I felt they were really two-faced with me, and you know, that's what it was. I mean, you know, my wife was cheating on me with Billy Black. He was supposed to be my best friend, or my good friend, you know, down in the locker room praying, talking about God, so great. The whole time he's going behind my back with my wife. I'm watching to make sure I ain't saying nothing wrong because I get the eyes on me over here. Situation is, though, I mean, other than that, it was just time to get out. I was burnt out on the business. I wasn't having fun anymore. And it was in good hands with Jimmy, and I felt comfortable leaving at that time. So I did. I wish I would have left differently. I wish I would have done it in a different way and not let them win. But it got to the point where if I didn't leave, they was going to put me out on a bad note. So I decided to remove myself, didn't let them embarrass me and put me out.
All right. Let's talk about your favorite road stories.
With him?
Yeah.
Jeez.
We haven't really done a lot of road trips together, though.
No, we just ended up places.
Favorite road story solo?
You know, because you always travel with the other group, and I travel with my group, and we ended up in the same spot.
Yeah. We never did spend a lot of time in the car together. Except unless we were going to the bar, you know. He can't drive. He cannot drive. Slow. When the speed limit on the interstate is 55, I guess he's, you know, his age, his cataracts, he only sees the 1.5.
Yeah, right.
So it's like 5 miles an hour.
Are you serious? Let me tell you something, brother. Jimmy Felcher is slow.
Well, yeah, he's slow too.
I drive to Evansville on a regular basis. How long does it take you to get from Louisville to Evansville?
An hour and 25 minutes.
I'm an hour and 20 minutes every time. 1 hour and 20 minutes. You know why? Because I average 85 miles an hour. I shouldn't say that, but I do.
I do 85, 90.
Yeah, because that interstate is like...
Wide open.
Yeah, and you can see for miles. At
Yeah,
nighttime,
but you get you in town, it's like...
Because I'm distracted. I can't see, dude. You know, I tell them
You know,
all
they
the
have
time.
laser surgery for it now.
Correct it. When we leave the Coliseum on Sunday morning, because it's not Saturday night when we leave there, it's Sunday morning, I tell them they got to be my eyes so they go on the freeway.
You ever seen your dad when I took him to the gay bar?
What was that like?
He had a good time. He sat back there in the corner where nobody could see him. That funny story about that night. There was this blonde standing at the bar. It was Jimmy's birthday, remember? Mm-hmm. There's this blonde standing at the bar with these, you know, it's dominantly a lesbian bar. So this blonde standing there, got these Daisy Dukes on. Fucking greatest ass I ever seen. So I'm like, okay. I walked up to her and said, can you sit on my friend's lap and sing him happy birthday? He does know I'm a guy, right? Dude, I felt gay for like a week because I couldn't get that ass out of my head. Yeah, I mean, he sat back behind the table where it was dark and sit there and smoked his cigarettes and didn't say too much about anything. I guess he figured if he didn't say nothing, people wouldn't know he was there.
Right. You know now.
Oh, here
George
we go.
Cage had a good time.
I bet.
Ask Alister about Mariah Marino.
Oh, that's my girl right there.
You know who,
I felt like Trigger off Sons of Anarchy.
I mean, dude, he was like chasing that around. I'm talking.
Oh, I wanted to marry her. I was like in love.
We did.
Mariah.
Oh, I got a story for you. Bike show last year. Hog ride, motorcycle rally, right? Now the owner / promoter is not there yet. All right. So we're trying to get set up. We got a trailer to get dressed in and stuff, and we're putting the ring together. They got a tent up, and this old dude comes muscling down through there, and he's like, you know, you got to have this done in 30 minutes. 30 minutes, or, you know, you got to have this up. We need it up right now. I was like, you know, dude, I'm not the promoter here. You know, he's not here yet. Where is he? I don't know. He left when we did. Of course, when we got to Evansville, we went from Evansville to Illinois over to the deal, right? He was drunk when we got to Evansville. Okay, so
At least I wasn't high.
now
Well, I was.
when he finally pulls up, now this guy at the bike show at the bike rally had never met Alister, so but he knows a promoter's coming. The guy's gonna be a businessman, right? You would think. I said, well, here he comes now. Alister gets out of the car in a pair of shorts, no shirt, boots, and a cowboy hat, and don't even know where he is. Okay.
Wow.
For an hour I've had this old man ripping my ass because shit isn't done, and he wants to talk to who's in charge.
But he loved me.
Yeah, and this goof, before the show, we're getting ready to go on. You know, Alister decides him and that Nick Nitros, God, talk about salt and pepper. What a cokehead. Alister's standing in the ring with a microphone. You gotta remember where we're at. We're at a motorcycle
Yeah.
rally. He stands in the middle of the ring, screaming in the microphone, "Hey you! Ugly bitch, over there! Yeah, come on up here. We're gonna have a wrestling show tonight." He's screaming at all these people as they're just walking, and there's thousands of people.
Alister?
Yeah, yeah.
They love me though.
They thought they were laughing at you. Thought, you know what? Right now, you look like Ian Rotten. Your head turned. Yeah, Ian Rotten and your Uncle Billy. You see the resemblance?
Hey, you in the outhouse taking a shit.
Yeah. I mean, he's just hollering at anybody at random.
This guy pulls his pants down and said, "What's that? It looks like a dick, but only smaller."
Yeah.
And all the naked chicks at bike rallies are not pretty.
No.
Andrew, you looking at my porn?
No.
Oh. But anyway, that's where we're at. Okay. Yeah, that was a good time though.
All right. Let's talk about. You told me about this.
I did.
Banned from Madison.
Yeah, he is, because he tried
He
to
is.
hurt a child.
I've been banned from Madison 15 times.
That was back at the old SCW Supreme before Matt Douglas.
Yeah.
That's when Draven was running, right?
Yeah.
He had Draven and Roger Blade and.
Because remember, I had to work Roger Blade, and he cried the whole time that I was too stiff.
Yeah, is that the night you double chopped Billy Maynard in the back and made his eyeballs roll out?
Yeah.
Well, you know, it was over. We were getting our heat and going crazy, and Doofus here, you know, he grabs the guardrail, and he gets at the old Ultimate Warrior Evo, right? Well, the whole thing goes crashing down, and there's a baby in a stroller, like right on the other side of this thing. And they had words, and the only thing I could say was, you know, you shouldn't have had your baby, you know,
Front row.
front row. You know, it's not my fault. You're a bad mother. And of course, he got all the heat because,
I get the heat all the time.
yeah. And it's funny, I got invited back. He didn't.
It's like that Wildcat wrestling. The first time I was down there, they told me, "We want you to go out there and throw a fit, start throwing stuff." So okay, I do my house fair. I'm throwing a fit, you know, going crazy. I pick up a garbage can. I didn't know they allowed glass bottles in the building, so I throw his garbage can across the building. Glass goes everywhere. Pick up the ring steps, stone. Before I got to the locker room, the guy was back there telling Aftershock, I want him off the property. I don't want him out of the building. I want him off the property.
They're doing what you were told.
For doing well, so I always get in trouble.
I know when I used to work for Sam, and that was every week. God, what a grind that was.
Oh, Fearville.
Driving up there during the week, coming home, getting up. I mean, it was a grind, but I go up there and he'd say, I want to riot.
You got all kinds of heat for booking me on this show.
Yeah. So I create a riot, but that's one thing I say about Sam. The crazier you were,
The more you liked it.
the more like it. I mean, if I had people wanting to kill me, he was all cool with that, you know.
I know the night after we did that match up there, he come to me and says, man, he said, people run the building going crazy. They love this shit. You know, nice to me, but he ripped his ass for booking me.
Yeah. It is what it is.
Yeah.
All right. What about the Fear brand? Did it achieve its goal?
No.
Not yet.
No, not yet. Because by the time it's over, there's going to be a fear school somewhere.
Teach people how to be assholes.
Yeah. I actually want to give lectures and life lessons. I think the generation coming up needs a lesson. They need to learn the meaning of the word truth. They need to learn the meaning of the word honor. They need to learn the meaning of the word integrity, respect. You know, do what you say you're going to do. You can't always take the easy way out. When you do something wrong, it's your fault, not somebody else's.
And it's so easy to blame somebody else for when you fuck up.
And it's the American way anymore.
I do it. I'm guilty of it as much as anybody.
You know, when you see what I see on a regular basis in this business, it just boggles my mind that you can't even get the green guys don't think they should be out there hanging flyers. They don't think they should be helping do security. They think they shouldn't be helping do the ring. And I'm not talking about all of them.
You know how many times I set the BBW ring up?
But yeah, I've set a ring up, dude. And, you know, I'm the oldest guy in the world. I mean, I'm 150 years old. I pick up the ring ropes and carry them. I'm wore out. You know?
I sit back and watched.
Yeah.
When I first started, we traveled for 2 hours, got there 3 hours, you know, at 12 o'clock, so it started at 8, set the ring up, set the chairs up, worked out, stayed after the show, tore the ring down, put the chairs back on the truck, because back then you hauled your own chairs too. It was, these kids don't pay no dues no more, you know. If the promoter told you to come to his house and mow his grass, you're a trainer. You did it. There were no questions asked. You did it. Because this guy was giving you the gift.
That's what's funny right there. And it's the same generation that talks about joining a motorcycle club because they watch it on TV. You don't just walk up and say, here I am.
No.
You know, I mean, it's like nobody wants to put forth the time. They just want instant gratification. You know, and
I wrestled for 2 years before I even won a match. And
yeah, it took you another 20 years to finally win the second one, didn't it?
no, believe it or not, I was a jobber, man, and I was so fed up. I was tired of it. I wanted
Why?
out.
Were you good at being a jobber?
Fuck no. I sucked at being over, but that was beside the point. So, I mean, I'm doing jobs at JD Thunder. You ever see JD Thunder's a drizzling shit. And Joe booked Pondo, and first night we worked, I was a jobber. Joe come in the second night and said, y'all changed it up a little bit. Pondo looked at me and said, Alister, you're over. Okay. I thought they were ribbing me. He put me over clean in the middle of the ring, so Joe couldn't make me JD Thunder's jobber anymore. You know, that's how the business used to be. You was a jobber until the next guy come in, then you got to beat him.
I'm just hanging out with Pondo.
That's what I wanted to ask you next, because I've heard a lot of stories. Is there heat between you and Pondo?
Yeah. It is sad because I like Pondo. I like Pondo, but there was just things that needed to be said that nobody else had the balls to say to Pondo.
Okay.
And Pondo stuck his nose into an argument one day that wasn't his business, and I fired up. You know, I let it go. I like Pondo. I respect Pondo. Pondo changed. Somewhere along the way, he changed. And it's sad because I do miss Pondo. I miss hanging out with him. He's fun to hang out with. Never knew what the goofy fuck was going to do next. But yeah, there's heaps with me and Pondo.
I can travel all over the country with him and never get tired.
Yeah.
I used to really like hanging out with him, but you know, we all change, dude, when we get older. I mean, you're not the same Alister Fair I knew 20 years ago.
I'm not the same Alister Fair I was a year ago.
How true. It's funny how your personal life can affect your whole world, isn't it? Rip.
The wrestling business definitely took more from me than it ever gave me.
That's because it doesn't owe you anything.
It don't, and that's what these kids don't understand. The wrestling business don't owe you shit. You're in it because you want to be in it, and you're never going to achieve your goals unless you work hard. And everybody out there is against you. And that's true. Everybody that's not you, there's a I don't know, the CCW locker room that I left, it wasn't as bad, but over the years I've always seen it that there's always somebody that wants your spot, and they will do whatever it takes to get your spot. And the wrestling business will rape you, tear you apart, steal your life from you, because I
You'll
don't know,
love every minute of it.
I don't know as much now as then, but it was so easy to get sucked into being your character. I mean, look at this guy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know.
John Niner's dead.
Mhm.
I told you that at the hospital.
You
John,
did.
John's gone.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, you're out of your mind.
but the thing with the guy is here, and I tell everybody this: if his mouth opens and something comes out of it, he's already analyzed it in his head before he says it. Whether you like it or not, that's how he feels about it. And believe me, I've had my ass chewed many a times about my addiction, and you know. But then I go to his house and stay. You know, he knows I got a problem.
Mm-hmm.
And hey, y'all got anything for pain? My back hurts. Yeah, there's some Lord tabs in the cabinet up there. Did they think I was going to take one?
That's what you told me.
In 2 days, I done ate all of them.
Right.
And then he apologized for eating them all. Well, they weren't mine. You know?
But if he didn't care, he wouldn't have said nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And one night he looked at a picture. He said, "Go look at that picture of me you took at the Coliseum and call me back." I called him back and said, "Wow, I got a problem, don't I?" Because the lights were on, but nobody was home. But he always analyzes. Everything he does is analyzed, and he's like a computer. Sometimes you just want to reboot. You know?
He's trying to put me over here, isn't
Yeah, I mean, you know, I'll put you over. You've been one of my best friends forever. I mean, I always knew if I was down and out, I could count on you. You know what I'm saying? And whether I'd have to hear 9 kinds of bitching about what I did stupid or not, you was still there.
he? Well, you don't get it.
Yeah,
Well, see, and that's the
that's a brother.
yeah, and that's the beauty of Andy Roo over there. You know, he says I'm a dick all the time, and I, don't appreciate him, and and I mistreat him, and I'm up his ass all the time. But if I didn't care, this one,
Oh God, I feel sorry for Josh. He grew up with you.
this one, oh my
But
God.
before Father Fear came along, when slick back hair John and the
tie.
cufflinks and the tie,
Yeah.
that wasn't the same guy we got now.
Mm-mm. That was a
Yeah,
banger.
it was.
Yeah, old age set in. He went
Yeah.
crazy.
No. He created Father Fear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He did. When you lived on East St. Catherine with roaches crawling in and out your ears and rats climbing in your bed, and you told me, don't ever bring Mom up here, Dad, because this is ugly. Yeah. Yeah. But,
All right.
no. Yeah, we don't want to talk about that. Yeah.
Biggest daddy's boy ever.
All right. Let's talk about the J.C. Bailey show, the first one. What was y'all's thoughts on that show?
Thought it was phenomenal.
As a show.
The only thing that disappointed me about that whole show was that Simon couldn't fucking act right. Because if anybody in the world deserves to be on that show, it's Simon.
Right.
And I've heard that Kim told him that she didn't want him on this one either. But that's Simon's fault. Simon is Simon's worst enemy. Love Simon. He's like a brother, but man, he's just so far gone. It scares me,
Yeah.
But Simon,
Well, he's going to die. Last time I checked, we all do. And
Yeah.
some of us speed it up, some of us don't. But Simon, I'll go ahead and put this out there. Simon overstepped his boundaries.
he did.
And you know how I feel about that shit. When
I was not happy with Simon either.
when a person extends their hand as a friend / brother, wines you and dines you, and then you turn around and start hitting on the dude's old lady on the fucking Facebook. That's some more of that brother fucking, and that's ugly business.
Yeah.
Should it fall into the locker room? No, but how do you? If you get my point. Would I
Very
work a
much.
show with them? Absolutely, because I've had to. You know, that's business. I don't carry that shit in the locker room.
Like I said, I could work Billy Black today and have a good match with him.
I don't hate Simon for what he did. Because I know he's a young man. Okay.
Do I trust Simon, my old lady? Hell no.
No, I don't have one of them.
But see, you know this.
Yeah.
But you know, that's the thing. You know this.
I told him, and I'm not gonna mention any names, but he always says, "Hey, do you know this guy?" And I'll tell him, "Yeah, they're okay. Can I bring them to your house to do a shoot interview?" No, you cannot. When I say no, you cannot, doesn't mean I don't like them. It doesn't necessarily mean they're a bad person. It means that they have not gained any of my personal trust to come into my home.
Absolutely.
Now, my home is not a locker room. Sometimes it feels like it's a locker room.
It's hot as well.
Yeah, well, hey,
Jesus, Charlestown was a locker room.
yes, it was. Yeah, the old Fairville was those were good days too, man.
Oh, God, me and Digger playing cornhole in our underwear. Never
Yeah.
forget it.
Yeah,
Now, the part I'll never forget is getting up that next morning, hungover as hell, looking for Digger. Don't see him nowhere. I see Jimmy laying on the couch, his big old ass hanging off, butt crack showing. And Digger's face was like this far from it.
and his car was out in the middle of the cornfield.
Yeah, and it was gone. Yeah.
How do you get out there? You know,
Where'd she go? So I'm like,
God, I'm surprised nobody died there from alcohol poisoning or
Oh.
any other kind of poisoning.
the guy ran through the screen door.
Yeah.
That was great.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know how somebody didn't fall in the fire and get burned, namely me.
I mean, people would be so tore up, and it would start on the show. We would do D1W on Friday. I might get this wrong. We would do D1W on Friday, and this is when Matt and Rick were still buddies. We did D1W on Friday, and then we did Madison on Saturday. And my house was dead in the middle. So after the show on Friday, we come to my house and get stupid. We wake up Saturday, go to the show at Madison. On the way home, we stop at my house and get stupid again. And it was amazing. No one died. No, I don't think we ever had a fight.
I don't think so either.
It was just good times. Those were really good times. I do miss that. That is the one thing I really do miss, because you got to know the guys, you know.
Yeah.
And there was always enough people around. You didn't have to worry about somebody stealing something, because somebody would beat your ass if you did, you know.
Well, most of the guys you hung around with, you did have that personal trust with, you
Yeah.
know.
I remember Charlene McAnally. You give her something to drink, she's gonna break something in your house.
Sorry, my
I mean-
I heard she come out of the closet.
I don't know all that.
I always thought she was, because I tried. She wouldn't give it up.
The last time that I saw her, I really felt bad because I was drunk. I'd been out with some people drinking, and I went somewhere where she was. I didn't really mean nothing bad, but I just come off and said something really ornery to her. You know what I'm saying? I mean, just really completely father figure.
Yeah, I couldn't see you did that.
And she left. I didn't mean nothing bad. Charlene, if you're watching.
We need to talk about cage color.
Oh, jeez. That man's had his dick in more holes
Cage
than a
color.
mole.
You know that's why he hates me, man, because he was in love with Rhonda. I wish I would have let him have her.
Yeah.
Would save me a lot of fucking heartache.
Yeah.
See?
I think he was trying to be your stepdad at one time.
I had heard that. I don't know how true.
I know I wanted to kill him over it. Remember that night we sat there and we was out to eat, and he calls and
No,
says,
we grabbed the phone and texted him.
yeah, and he asked her if she wanted to go out to eat and then meet up later on and go out to eat. And I was like, really? You disrespectful little bastard, you. Yeah. He's a piece of art.
He was a class act. I could go down the list.
Yeah.
It's one thing I learned in this business. If you have a wife or a girlfriend,
Leave her home.
absolutely.
Will Payne told me when I was very young in this business, if you love your old lady, leave her ass at home.
But she's the one that got me in this shit.
Because the boys are the dogs.
Yeah.
Boys are dogs.
Yeah. I'm going to take a brief time out and reach over here and get a drink. If I want anything.
Yeah, I'm out there. Unless you got a Budweiser.
The
No,
cold
Mountain
ones
Dew's
are on
fine.
that door right there, John. Mountain Dew's the real cold ones.
Thank you, Josh.
Thank you, sir.
Strike one.
Yeah, I know as well. Thank you.
You don't
This
want
is what this is what it's come down to. Jack Daniels and Lord Tabs to Mountain Dew and Marlboros.
Well, probably the Lord tabs. Jack Daniels better for you.
Yeah, probably.
Okay, where do y'all see yourselves in 5 years?
St. Michael Cemetery. I hope not.
Hopefully run my own tattoo shop. That's my goal.
Well,
my goals had nothing to do with the wrestling business anymore.
I will always be involved in the wrestling business.
What's the name of your tattoo deal?
Hell, I don't. Creative Inc. On Dixie Highway.
I don't have a tattoo shop. Sorry.
The Fear Dungeon.
I have nothing to offer as far as self-promotion. In 5 years, I will be in the business some way because I don't know anything else, to be honest, at this point in my life. It's an addiction that
It's
somebody
funny.
warned me about.
Because that first time you came, I figured it's going to be something that I figured you'd do it a couple times and lose interest in it.
Remember what I told you? When it stopped being fun, I quit doing it.
Yep.
It could have been fun a long
And
time
I
ago.
told him, I said, in 5 years, you're going to hate my guts for getting you in this shit.
Yeah, and I'd have.
You did good, though. You got with the right people at the right time and got your name out there.
I was blessed because I tell everybody this. If you look at the amount of education I got every weekend from some of the best people around, you know, I mean, I've had my ass ripped by some of the good ones, and then everybody thinks old Father Fear that nobody would ever do that to him. Well, let me tell you what, old Father Fear's had his ass ripped, but you know,
You learn from that, though.
exactly. And you know what? When I was getting my ass ripped, you know what I didn't do?
I remember I was in Milwaukee. Me and Tony did a bed of nails match, and I got this bright idea. Tony, lay me down, face down on the nails, and leg drop me. What he did, man, the crowd popped. I was like, yeah. I went in the back, and Harley Lewis, man, ripped into me like you wouldn't believe, and I couldn't understand what I did wrong. You know, I'm like, did you hear the crowd? And he's like, you've got to be the stupidest person I ever met. He's like, did you think about your eye? Your eardrum, your jugular vein?
Yeah.
That was the dumbest thing I ever seen. I'm like, but he got over it. He's like, I'm done talking to you. Go over in the corner and sit and be quiet.
Yeah, because nobody, like, that's a classic example. One right over there. You know, let's do the bump. Let's do the big spot. Have you thought about it?
You're in front of 50, 200 people. You gonna break your back for 200 people?
Yeah. You know, I believe you give 100% for every show you do.
But be safe.
But absolutely, you got to live to fight another day. And
You know, guys like Flair and Hogan made it 30, 40 years because they didn't get stupid.
yeah. And you look at the last 10 years of both of them's career, how many times they bumped. Well, you can't count Ric Flair because he would bump himself.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so.
Well, who were some of the guys that got on you in them locker rooms?
Oh shit, let me see. Classic one for me, Bull Payne. Bull Payne was like Tracy Smothers. Tracy was like my dad in the wrestling business. Anytime I was there to do something fucked up, he was there to tell me I fucked up. But you'll never meet a nicer guy than Tracy Smothers.
I agree with you.
Like I said, Tracy, Bull, Harley Lewis, shit, Pondo even ripped my ass a lot. That's bad when you get your ass ripped by Pondo.
I'll tell you one of the weirdest ones that ever ripped me. I mean, it made the most sense. You ready for this? You will just like flip out. Adam Gooch.
Gooch is such a great heel though, because he's such a dick in real life.
Yeah, I mean, he got on me one night at SMPW, and I mean, he was like, he did it respectfully, okay, but he made sure I understood what he was saying, and for a brief moment I thought, man, really? And then I thought, think about it, and he was 100% right. Josh, I've had this, it's countless people, because man, people tell you what they think. A good dude in this business will tell you if they see you do something wrong.
Yeah, because if they don't tell you, then they probably ain't no worth of shit themselves. You only get better by the guys you surround yourself with. If, like Andrew, down there at WWA, he was never going to pass that where he was because there was nobody down there
Push him.
that could teach him anything else. If you work the guy at your level, you're going to stay at that level. You get Andrew in there, put him in there with a Brian Beach or somebody that's far beyond. And the thing about Brian is, Brian's an old school worker. He might not have been around 20 years ago, but he's got. You could tell whoever trained Brian Beach trained him right.
You know who trained him right?
Because he's got respect for the business.
Killing them, wasn't
Yeah.
he's got respect for the business. He respects everything about this business. And Brian would be the first one to tell you if you fucked up. Brian would be the first one to tell you.
Absolutely.
And he didn't care.
He don't. Brian's one of them. I always use this analogy. Brian would be one of them guys who walk up to Jesus and say, "Get off that cross, dude. You've been up there long enough."
Oh shit.
And out of all the people I've ever worked with, hands down, bar none, top to bottom, east to west, it doesn't matter how you slice it. No one in this business, I don't have any more respect for anybody than I do him.
The business needs more Brian Beach. At this time, where the business is at now, it needs more Brian Beaches.
Yeah. I mean, and there's a couple guys, I can't mention their names for obvious reasons, that are still around there, dude. Still around. That will step up and call a whole locker room out. Yeah.
I think every locker room should have a Brian Beach.
Or I do too.
And no matter what you feel about him, Isaiah is the same way.
Absolutely he is.
Isaiah's the same way. He will stand up in the locker room and say, "Look, you guys are being idiots.
Yeah.
What are you doing? Think about that." Isaiah's a class act, man. I ain't got never got nothing bad to say about the kid. His first gimmick was with me. I never knew he was scared to death of vampires.
Yeah.
And Joe Bailey put him with me as what had the cloak on, one of the drone like guys. The whole time he was scared to death. Scared to death of vampires. I heard, he has stakes in his basement and crosses and all that in case vampires ever attack.
That's encouraging.
But this is the black guy that goes climbs mountains. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, Isaiah's a class act. Nothing bad there.
So.
Yeah.
I mean, I respect the man. Don't get me wrong. You can't. You know, I'm never going to be one of those guys. I mean, I respect for what he does, and I respect him when he stands up and tells people what time it is. Just like I hope he respects me for the same reason. He knows I'm not going to lie to anybody, just like I know he's not going to. If that makes sense.
I think a lot of times he does overstep where he's...
Because he's passionate.
And that's respectable.
Because I've been accused of the same thing. You know, like, I don't give a fuck what you think. I'm telling you this is how it is, and you know how I get. If I believe in something, you can jump up and down, throw shit at me, I'm still not going to change my mind. You know, and
that was one of the good things about me and Jimmy working together. We never disagreed too often. We pretty much had the same vision where we wanted things to go.
Me and Jimmy disagree every day.
Well, that's because he wants to make you his love child, and you're too old. And, you know.
And it's never. We always know when we reach an impasse. You know, it's not like we get mad about it.
Yeah.
Because 9 times out of 10, he's right.
He's an easy guy to communicate with. Yeah. Jimmy, I mean, he gets overbearing from time to time. And you're like, Jimmy, slow down.
It's because this is his life.
He loves it.
Yeah. He eats it, sleeps
and he's great at what he does.
Yeah.
And I think because Jimmy won't take this shit, because wrestlers will push a promoter around as much as they can.
Yeah.
Because they think you need them. Jimmy's proved to a lot of guys, I can replace you with a phone call. Mm-hmm. Don't fuck with me. That's why Jimmy's so good at what he does. Because he don't care.
Well, I remember when he first took the book at CCW, it was kind of funny. Actually, I can go back prior to that at PWF. And I can remember when somebody would cancel or something, he was like, oh my God. And I finally, you know, I said, Jimmy, you know, every time something bad happens, it creates you to be creative and come up with something better.
Look when the Hooligans no-showed us. We made that's a perfect example right there.
Yeah. And now he doesn't panic. He goes, shit, this sucks, you know?
What am I going to do?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because CCW, we're lucky because we have a list of people that want to work.
Oh. And that's funny because when I first took over CCW, I had to beg guys. I had to pay them
wants to work for 10 people.
I had to pay them in advance because Brian Acker had screwed them so bad. You know, he killed that building. It was dead. Nobody.
When I was there.
Nobody ever run that building the way it should have been run till now.
Even when Sam Cosby was running it.
Sam didn't do no better. Sam likes to take credit, but Sam's crowd wasn't no better than Mitch Ryder's crowd.
And look at the money Sam spent.
Yeah.
You know,
here's the thing. Sam paid guys way more than what they were worth. You pay Dr. Blue $50, you're insane. But he didn't absolutely no advertising at all. And that was one of the first things I did when I took CCW over was find a poster guy, get the posters made, put them out. Needless to say, the first posters were horrible. But
that's how you learn.
It was a stepping stone.
Yeah.
I was working my way up. then when Becca started making the posters, they looked good. Had a guy to print them out. Didn't cost us nothing. Get out and poster. Of course, you know, I was the one always postering, but it got done. Well, when the advertisements started happening, the crowds started coming. I tell you,
I've always said you can have Hulk Hogan in your town, but if
nobody knows.
Nobody's coming. Man. Everybody got spoiled with Facebook. You know, like Facebook was the end all.
Yeah, because you can sit at home and do it. You ain't got to
Yeah.
no work.
It don't work. You don't get new fans that way.
All right. What do you most want to be remembered for?
Me?
Both of y'all.
Being insane. In the wrestling business, I don't know. I guess selfishly, I want to be known as the guy that turns CCW around, and the insanity stuff. You know, I did some crazy stuff over the years. And had fun doing it. I mean, I never went nowhere big, but I like to think that I was a local celebrity. I mean, I can still ride through Evansville and say, "Hey, Alister, what you doing, man?" That kind of feels good, you know, because even if 3 people remember me, somebody remembers me.
Oh, mine's easy. I just want to be remembered for being the honest guy that was a dick sometimes. But I was never wrong, and I never lied to the people. Even never did I lie to the people. If I was an asshole, it's because I needed to be an asshole. You know, I never lied to anybody in the locker room unless I had to. You know, I would lie to you in the locker room to get a main event over. You know what I'm saying? But you would too. We all would. We would do whatever we can to save the show at that moment.
And Josh is going to make this, put this on CD and sell them at the Coliseum so anybody wants to buy them.
Shouldn't it be on there first? But
And we get 50-50, you know, 40-40, you know, the rest goes to him. I ain't good at math. 40-40-20. There you go. Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
You said yeah to that?
He said, yeah, that's
Anything else y'all want to throw in there?
Support indie wrestling before it's dead.
Yeah, I do want to say one thing. You didn't ask me what my favorite town was to work in.
For Trevor Town to work in.
Carmel, Illinois.
Really? That little shit hotel?
That Carmel Crossville fan base
Mine's probably Evansville. I love Evansville.
was the most intense, perfect mentality.
They were all retards.
Go to NASCAR.
Or Pittsburgh fans.
No. I'll kill you.
All right, it's over.
Yeah.
The interview's over.
All right, man.